All right, not going to lie, feeling a little starstruck here because I'm joined by the internet's own 402 Robert Bowling from Infinity Ward. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah.
So I mean, you guys are taking the wraps off of multiplayer and Modern Warfare 2 tonight.
Yeah, finally.
My first question is, why are you guys doing this? I mean, I could kind of understand with the, your previous game, you were moving into the modern era, you wanted to show people what it was about before it came out.
Yeah.
Then it came out and it sold like 14 bajillion copies.
Yeah,
so
bajillion, yeah.
So
All right.
that's on the official.
That's the official
those are on the bank sheets, right? So you don't really have to sell this game anymore. I mean, people know what it is, people want it. So why did you guys feel compelled to still kind of do the full Monty here and show everybody, what's in the multiplayer?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's definitely a lot of stuff, mostly story, that we're never going to say until the game comes out. But I think we want to break expectations that this is not just another sequel. Like, that's why we called it Modern Warfare 2 and we didn't, force the Call of Duty down people's necks, because we thought of it as a new game, as a new IP. And there's a bunch of stuff that's in multiplayer that, changed the way the game is played. Just like the first time we had to, show people, like, perks are awesome, trust us, XP, persistent ranking, all this stuff is awesome. We have new stuff in the game now, which is just as drastically different as that we want our community to know, hey, this stuff's new, it's awesome, it's not just a reskin, it's not just more of the same stuff. Like, anybody can do bigger, better, badass. We want to show, like, we're changing the way the game is played, and it's for the better. Look.
Convinced. All right, sold.
All right, wrap.
So you guys said in the presentation you literally started from scratch on this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, does that mean you threw out all the old weapons, all the old perks? I mean, some of that stuff's got to be coming back, right? Like, what did you retain from the first game in this multiplayer?
The mentality of the design, we started from scratch. I mean, we definitely brought back some favorites. Any weapons we're bringing back, we completely redid. They're all new. And then we just expanded on that in every aspect, every class of weapon. So, like, we have assault rifles and we have, shotguns, we have snipers, but we've expanded all of those sections. So now we have, normal shotguns, automatic shotguns, we have bolt action, single shot snipers. You can suppress a sniper now, you can suppress a shotgun. Like, it's all about going further and more and adding more to it. So yeah, and the core system's there. You have your perks, but now we went a step further. You have your 3 perks, but now you also have your primary, your secondary, which is not just pistols anymore. Like before, your sidearm was a pistol, but now your secondary can be whatever you want it to be. It can be a shotgun, it can be a launcher, it can be a machine pistol, a Glock, an automatic, whatever you want it to be. And then before you had just your frag, and you couldn't change that. You could only change your special, but now you can change out your equipment if you want. If you don't want it to be a frag fest, then take your frag out, use the throwing knife because it's stealth and it's fast, and you can pull it out somebody's body once you already used it and put it back in your inventory. So it's all about changing, like the core there, the 60 frames per second, the smooth, the infantry focus, the prestige mode, the ranking, the unlocks, all that core stuff that we all love and we get really addicted to is there, but then we've added more depth, more layers to it.
What are some of the new kill streaks we can look for, and how can you mix and match those with the customization?
Well, you can customize your kill streak now in your creative class, so you can even further cater to your play style, but you can still only have 3 at a time.
Okay.
And that's one of the ways we balanced it. And another way we balance is they're still set to a set amount of kills. So you can say, and which I do, I don't want a 3 kill streak, I don't want a 4, and I don't want a 5, because I get them all the time. I want to save up for the big one.
Okay.
Because I'm pro.
Sure, of course.
And, so you can cater that. So you can say, you know what, I want to wait till I have a 15 kill streak.
Okay.
You're going to see it much less often, but when you do see it, it's going to be awesome. And then also how we've expanded that is there's a lot of user-controlled ones. Before, it was always call it in, forget it, let it do its thing. But now it's the higher ones are user-controlled. Even some of the small ones, like the Predator missile at 5 kills, you can control that, bring it in, hit the booster rocket so you can get in faster if you see everybody's converging on the objective. So it's... I forgot the question now, but there's a lot of fucking kill streaks.
Tell me your 2 favorite new kill streaks.
Well, my 2 favorite we're not going to reveal until the game ships. But I love AC-130, obviously. That's why I made it our first multiplayer video. The AC-130 is just awesome to be up there. And then I love sentry guns, because I'm a big objective game type.
Okay.
So when I'm playing an objective game type, it's great to set up a sentry gun and let it mow dudes down while you're doing your thing. It's like a buddy that you can actually count on.
For the less capable among us, you guys also have death streaks in here now.
Yeah.
Tell us what that's all about, and then rattle off 2 or 3 of your favorite of those.
Death streak is it's all about the game being accessible. I mean, before we did it with perks, with things like Martyrdom, and they're meant to be a handicap for players who maybe need some help getting kills, but then they get abused by players who don't need the help. So death streaks are a way to re-look that mentality of how can we make the game really accessible and fun for all types of players, whether you're lead or you're a noob. And we can do death streaks because it's only awarded to players who like die 4 times in a row. And you're like, okay, this guy's not having fun. He spawns, he dies, he spawns, he dies. Let's give him some painkiller. And like painkiller is the one I typically use. It's where you get extra health at spawn. It's for a limited time and then it goes away. So it's basically just so you can get out of the kill zone and get into the action. And then there's another one called Copycat, which allows you to steal the perk set of the last guy who killed you. So basically, say this guy's owning you over and over again, you're like, man, he must be really good. You're blaming like the creator class, and you're like, oh, he unlocked something I don't have. Or you can just steal that and use it even though you don't have it unlocked. And so your next life, you're now using his class until you die.
Can you tell us, like, so what are some of the cool equipment examples that you have?
Yeah, so your frag is an equipment now, so swap that out. You have throwing knives. My favorite is tactical insertion, which is like a flare. It started out as a glow stick, which I thought was awesome, but now it's a flare. So you take the flare off and it's sparkling and you throw it down, and wherever you throw that down, you will respawn there when you die for 1 respawn. So an enemy can come up and break it, so if they see a guy throw down a flare, he can come up and smash it, or throw a grenade, or shoot it, or do whatever to destroy it. But it's really cool. I use it for capture the flag and search and destroy. So if I'm like moving up on the objective, I know I'm about to go into enemy territory, I'll throw it down in a corner, run out, I get killed, I spawn there again. So that's a cool one I like. But you have to give up your frag, which to most people is a staple to multiplayer, especially in Call of Duty 4. People love their frags, but now it's a wider variety of things. Throwing knives cool because they're fast, they're effective, and they're technically infinite. You don't have infinite knives, but you can always retrieve it if you want. You have blast shield, so you can pull it down over your face and it reduces. Put that with a riot shield, and you're a fucking tank. You just go in defensive mode, like defend somebody while he's planning or defusing. I think the rest I don't think we're talking about.
Fair enough. So a friend of mine wants to see a perk where you can throw yourself on a grenade and like take all the damage. What do you think?
That sounds horrible.
You guys have made it so you can really customize like your rep, basically. Like this is kind of showing how badass you are. Like what are the different elements to that, and how do you get those?
Well, the call sign is just another element of like making players famous for what they do and recognizing their play style. So like call signs, you unlock them for everything. So say every time you rank up, you're going to get a new title for that rank. So, I'm Sergeant now, I can put a Sergeant title. And then you also have emblems, which are icons related to stuff. And then some of them are just for doing random things. So we have hundreds of them. There's hundreds and hundreds of ways to titles you can unlock, emblems you can unlock, and it's basically however you want to play the game. So say you're a knifer and all you do is run around and knife people, but you're never recognized for that, and you can never show that off. And because we get stuck in this mentality of multiplayer of the guy with the most kills is the best player, which is not the case at all in most game types. So this is ways to make a unique identity and be famous for it, because we do call outs all the time. Like your call sign's constantly on screen. You kill somebody, it tells you who you killed. If you get killed by somebody, it shows that. If you take down a helicopter, it shows that. If you capture the flag, it shows that. If you plant a bomb, you killed the diffuser, you got a headshot, a one-shot kill, like splashes, call signs, all that stuff is about making you famous, recognizing you, so when people see you, they know what you did. And you also get accolades, so at the end of a match, you get a poster report of all the stuff you did really well. So in some of these are pro, some of these are fake. Say you spent the entire match laying down because you're a sniper. You're going to get an award for that, and it's going to show. Maybe you'll get a title, maybe you'll get an emblem. You spent the most time in one spot. You spent the most time at the lowest altitude. You only use throwing knives. Like we're constantly recognizing you for what you do.
Do you guys play Street Fighter 4?
Do.
Are they going to get crazier than that?
There's some pretty insane ones.
Is it going to be like legendary beard and all that kind of stuff?
There's some really, really good ones.
How about the leveling? Like, have you readjusted like the way that people earn experience points? Have you tweaked values that you get? Have you like sort of excluded certain behavior patterns? I mean, how have you focused the leveling now that you've seen how people play?
The ranking has been completely revamped. Like how many points you get per kill, how many points you get per this or that. It's completely different. Plus, we reward for a lot more. You're not just rewarded for kills. You're not just rewarded for blowing up the objective. You're rewarded for everything. You take down a helicopter. You kill a guy who was just about to get a kill streak. You get a headshot. You kill the bomb diffuser. Anything you do that benefits or gets you closer to winning the match, you get rewarded for. So we recognize a lot more. Like, that was a big thing in Call of Duty 4. It's like people play, they're like, oh, that's great, but I shot down the helicopter, which really helped my team, but I didn't get jack shit for it. Well, now that's not a problem anymore. And you're defending the flag. You're always taking down the flag runner. So how we reward you, what we reward you for, and how much we do is completely changed. There's more of it. Like like when we did our first multiplayer video, and at the end, like, I got stuck in the head with a Simtex, it blows up, there's like plus 2,500, and people are like, oh, that's insane, like, I'm gonna rank up in a day. It's like, no, the system's completely different now.
Okay. Do you still prestige at 55, or is the cap changed there?
The cap has changed. So
Can you tell us what it is?
Yeah, I think it's level 70.
Okay.
Is what the more crafty people who actually go through the menus in the beta build will find out. But so it's a higher rank, and once you prestige, there's new elements to prestige mode, and there's stuff what we call in-game. And once you completely done everything in the game, technically, that you think, there's more stuff you can unlock and stuff once you're at prestige, whatever.
So does that mean you're going to get stuff every time you prestige in terms of, I don't know, more slots or like new perks? I mean, do you unlock stuff?
We recognize that people want to be rewarded for their dedication, so we're definitely rewarding those guys who max prestige.
Okay.
And the game doesn't end there. There's still stuff for you to do and still stuff for you to unlock that these guys who haven't done that won't be able to access.
Are you guys still sticking to your philosophy of no achievements for multiplayer, like on the console side? Is that still going to be like a single player only thing?
I hate multiplayer achievements. Yeah.
Answers that, I guess.
But yeah, I hate boosting, and I hate stuff. I hate when players play the game for a personal objective instead of actually trying to win the game. So we try to avoid that stuff. I mean, honestly, we haven't set the achievements in stone yet, so I would never say never, but par for the course is we don't do multiplayer achievements.
How are you guys designing around or trying to prevent modded controllers, like rapid fire stuff? I know you guys have been patching the previous game, so like, did you go into this one thinking, all right, we got to shut those guys out?
Yeah, from day one, we put in a modded controller fix, a detection thing to stop them, and then and we just recently patched in the Call of Duty 4. But the way we did in Call of Duty 4 is slightly different than what we did in Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, we're definitely addressing all the stuff that we learned from Call of Duty 4.
Any news about a beta? I mean, you guys had a pretty significant beta cycle for the last one. Are we going to get to play this before it's out? Or?
You will right now, but anybody outside this event will not. No, we're not doing any public beta. We're doing an internal one, and we're doing these private events, and maybe we'll do some community events later on, but no public beta.
That sound you heard was 14 bajillion hearts all breaking at the same time.
I've been trying to condition people. I've been saying there is no beta. People just tune me out. It's selective hearing. They're like, when's the beta?
They only hear what they want to hear, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, I mean, people have been conditioned to always expecting a beta, when a beta, in all honesty, should only be used if it's going to benefit the game. So, and that's what we're doing.
You guys are feeling that confident that you don't need a beta?
Well, I mean, we're confident, but we're confident that that time could be used for further polish of the game that everybody will get to enjoy.
Since you guys are in the final stretch, what is there left to do at this point? I mean, you must be feature locked by now, but like, what's on the to-do list until ship?
We are feature locked. It's a lot of polish. It's going, getting to 0 bugs. It's going in, getting feedback for stuff later on. Like, we're doing the last minute stuff of like, okay, we've QA'd the fuck out of this. Like, last week we brought in some of our community members called Map Monkeys, and we let them just go to town on multiplayer. We didn't give them any restriction. We were like, just break our game. And like, they found some stuff which we were able to get in the fix before we got to cert. So it's polish all the way up to the end.
Get 50 in there a couple more times. Yeah. Curtis, I mean.
yeah. Well, it's Curtis if you know him.
To his friends, right?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have had some pretty high-profile community members. I mean, do all these celebrities like come to you guys and just be like, "Hey, let us play this game"?
For the most part, like, most of it's like really casual. Yeah. So like, Curtis 50 Cent was he liked the game, and he contacted us. He's like, hey, I would love to come in and play it. And so we came in, and we thought, hey, it'd be, like, we have other people who are doing cameo voices, which are not like main actors, and he's one of those. And he thought, yeah, it'd be really cool. And we're like, yeah, that'd be cool if you do a cameo voice. Then it got reported. He was the first like official voice actor that got reported. So now it's 50 Cent's Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, like, he's one of many cameos that is in the multiplayer, which we will never call out. It'll never be the 50 Cent character or what. It's like, one of the guys that you just hear over battle chatter. And like, if you figure it out, that's a cool little thing, but got blown into this huge 50 Cent game.
So even if Ice-T is in the game, you're not going to tell us?
I would not tell you, but Ice-T is not in the game.
What was up with those sunglasses?
Well, what's the? I don't know.
Yeah?
I would like to know as well. Yeah.
All right. Whoever brought those in, let's find out about that. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you get back to your million interviews. I'm gonna get back to waiting in these huge ass lines to play the game. But thanks for your time, man.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, man.